Right, welcome back. It's still the Arts TV Breakfast Show, and I had a wonderful time on Bloggers Round. Thank you very much, Illa with the flow. And we are back. She is eclectic. I think if there's one word I can use to describe her, multi-ethnic, right? But then now you're talking about multi-nationalities also in one person. I love her Spanish, by the way. We have Idia Aisien in the house. Did I get that name?
Hello.
Yes,
you got it.
She has this cute kind of pretty smile.
Oh, Lord.
Say something in your language, please.
Hablo español un poquito. It's not my language.
That's all you can say. That's nice. You're welcome.
Wow, great. You are a TV personality, a model, past model, philanthropist, and all of that. Wonderful. Let's see. Let's get to meet the person, Idia, or the brand Idia Aisien. What does the brand Idia Aisien represent?
I think the brand that I'm creating for myself is just someone that doesn't take no for an answer, and someone that, you know, doesn't focus on their failures but tries to maximize their strengths. You know, I've come a very long way from modeling, from working in an investment bank, knowing that that wasn't what I really wanted to do with my life, taking that big step, moving to Nigeria, getting my own talk shows, 2 shows within 3 months, and all I can say is that I feel really blessed right now. I'm also really big on giving back, just because I don't feel like it's an option for me. You know, I grew up learning that that was the way to live. Like, you can't think about only yourself, and you do more when you're selfless. You feel like you're living to your fullest potential when you're giving back to other people, and that's the message that I want to communicate to people, is strength, and is that everything is not about just you.
Perfect. Wow.
Okay, the phone lines are open. You can call in and talk to Idia 0809122223, 848-586, also 0814-0000-283 and 284. Talking about philanthropy, let me just say something. Now, I want to play devil's advocate.
Of course.
Some people that give, let's see now. There's these people give because, okay, like you said, the feeling, you feel good and all of that. Isn't there a kind of drawback, like people that give because they feel good, not because they really think that they are impacting somebody, because of that feeling of, oh, if not for me, these people will not survive?
Well,
I'm thinking, and then, yeah, just people don't want to do, like, you know, they go out to functions and they want to hear, oh, I gave this and this and this to something, and then it makes them feel good. Like, does motive determine how someone should give or something? I mean, motive, like, don't you think that it can be a drawback also? I don't think it can be selfish.
Well, I
can give and be selfish at the same time.
I think our biggest issue is how we perceive things, and the fact that, you know, there are a lot of people sitting down wondering why people are doing what they're doing. I think at the end of the day, if people are being good, and if they're doing a good thing, that should be the focus. The focus should be how they're giving and how what they're giving is impacting people's lives. I'm not really a negative person, so I never sit down saying, oh, that girl's doing it for media, or this guy's doing it for fame or publicity or whatever. For me, it's that, you know, this person's decided to do a good thing. It's like when people are really nice, you're like, oh no, they must have an ulterior motive. Someone's being nice to you, you think that people would be happy that people are happy and nice, but we always want to find fault and we always want to criticize. And I think that with giving, it's not about that. We have to focus on things that matter and leave like the little petty things to the side, because it doesn't really matter.
Okay, you talked about modeling and working in an investment bank, and you were like, that's not really what you want to do with yourself. So how did you get into modeling? Were you pushed into it? Oh, you're tall, you're slim, why not model? Oh, you're done with your school, why not work in an investment firm? And how was the transition from that to what you do now?
Well, working with the bank is what I was saying, that it was something that I knew I definitely didn't want to do, but modeling is something that I wanted so bad. In fact, it was do or die. When I was 15, I was like, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to die. Literally, that's what it was. I wanted it for a very long time. Luckily for me, when I was in New York doing my master's, I met this woman who was just so gracious. She was at the headquarters of this big clothing brand called Giovanni. And, you know, my friend was there buying clothes for her store, and she had told the woman that, I know a girl that wants to model more than anything. This woman called me in that I should come to the store. I was like, why would Giovanni want me in their store? I got there, and that's literally how things took off for me. So I wouldn't say that modeling isn't something I want to do, but it's just not something that I focus on as much, just because I'm now just transitioning into a new country, new industry, and I'm just trying to get my feet wet with like TV and everything, and I'm trying not to do too many things at once. I'm trying to hone in on what really matters right now and how I can be useful to my society.
Okay, let's do this now. You host the show, and what are the titles of the show?
One show is Style 101.
Style 101, and the other one is?
You've Got Issues.
You've Got Issues. Okay, now, what I'm going to tell them what the show is about, let's just act out the show. I'm a caller, right? You're on the host. What's your name? Do you have an alter ego, or what do you?
Well, my name on IG is Dr. Idia.
Dr. Idia. Okay, so when they call it, do they say Dr. Idia?
No, they don't. They don't calling. They write.
They write it.
Just like,
okay, let me write it. Let me read out my writing. There's this girl I love. Dear Dr. Idia. Right? That's how we start, right? Dear Dr. Idia. There's this girl I love, and she actually loves me back. But after a while, communication actually started reducing, and after a while she says she doesn't love me. Then I cut off, but she calls me once in a while, and even though I don't want to pick a call, she wants to call back, and she wants us to just be friends. What should I do? Worried soul, yes. Oh, thank you very much. Worried soul. Okay, so Dr. Idia, let's go. I've written it.
Well, thank you so much for that question. The first thing I'll say is that in situations like this, you really want to think about what's best for you. What are your priorities right now? Do you still want to be with this girl? You said that you ended up cutting off communication and you weren't trying as much. So this shows that, you were moving on. And if the girl keeps coming in and out of your life, clearly she's not here to stay. So you have to make up your mind on what's best for you, what you want for yourself, how you feel about the girl, because I think that she's playing with you. And this is just my opinion, but I'm going to ask my guests for their opinions. What do you guys
That's
think?
That's your guest. Both of you.
The situation
is in the statement, the letter he sent. It's plain to see that she doesn't really like him so much. And
exactly.
He was being quite unserious for backing out. You claim you love the girl so much, and yet you had to give her some space. You gave her a chance to walk away. It's simple, very, very simple. So.
Whoa! I learned something. Okay, Style 101, right? Okay, Iloise, I got Ilo with the floor in the background, and let's see now. Iloise, could you just stand behind the camera or something? Yeah, just now. Look at that guy. He's at an event. Style 101. No, he's at an event. That's him now. He dressed that way to an event. Can you see that guy there? That handsome
in blue
block there. Can you see him? Right.
Hello.
You see the way that shirt is open. Now he went for a premiere, and he's looking that way. Now he's on. You are here to trash him or to it's plus or minus whatever. He's okay. Star 101, and
what did you
that's
say his
addressing.
name is?
He's Iloise. Ilo with the flow. Ilo with the flow.
With the flow.
Yeah,
he's a brother. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, also you can use a do if you can speak a do. Okay, so but then he went for a premiere Beyond Blood. That's the name of the. He went for a premiere Beyond Blood movie, and he was dressed that way. What do you think about his dressing?
Okay, so the Beyond Blood movie premiere was amazing. Iloise came to the event dressed pretty casual, but it looked like he owned his own look. What I'll say is the main issue that I had was the second band on his hand. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I like the watch. I like the casual flow of his look. I'm not really a fan of, the top button being done and then everything else is left open. It's 2016. You're either going to open the shirt or you're going to button it down. And I also really like his hair. I really think that, it's very individualistic.
Wow. And how about his shoes? Let's see his shoes.
No, honey, not to a premiere.
That was like a complete bash. Man, it's cool. It's clear to see that you're a fashion buff. But do you really have to be a fashion buff to, would I say criticize another person's look?
No, and the issue that a lot of people had in the beginning when I started hosting Style 101 was because I was already hosting You've Got Issues, and people were like, but she's doing a lifestyle show. Why is she doing a fashion show as well?
Okay.
And I was like, first of all, I was a model. Second of all, I have common sense. To me, I know what looks good. And that's why we have other guests on the show. Even though I usually veto everybody's opinion.
Yeah. Change, right?
Yeah, you're a boss lady.
We're all like a jury together.
Okay.
So it's not about being like the best, having the best eye in fashion, but it's also about being able to know what looks good. So I don't think they'll pick someone that can't dress or
Okay, now modeling and presenting.
Yeah.
Is there any other part of Idia that we plan to see in the future?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess more
Great.
philanthropy, really, because I want to take what I'm doing, I want to hone it down in Nigeria, but I want to take it outside of Nigeria and be able to do something that is big enough to focus on other countries in Africa. But that, with the talk show as well, I'm really, really excited about what I do, but I would love to host a show with a live audience one day. I would love to host a show on travel. So there's so many things that I'm trying to look at outside of that. I'm also kind of interested in acting, but I don't think I can act, but
You can, of course, you can. You can.
but we'll see how it goes.
How it goes.
Wonderful.
Okay, Idia, how do we get in touch with you? Social media and all of that.
So my hashtag on Instagram is my favorite social platform, by the way. My hashtag is @Doctor, spelled out in full, so DOCTORIDIA at Dr. Idia. And on Twitter, it's @DEEDIYA. You can also check out my website to see the work that I've done in the past and some of what I'm doing now. It's idiaaisien.com. Very straightforward.
Wonderful.
Okay, now we have this show called Supernova, and what we do there's Ade, there's Bubu, there's Oge. It's your own version of Style 101. We call it Supernova here. So we're going to round up the show with this. We're going to take her. We're the host on Supernova. I wish Ilo was here now, too, but he's not here now. So let's take her back now. Jari, what do you think about her? Yeah, well, I'm not, but what do you think about her dress? Don't patronize her.
I will patronize her. The dress is lovely.
God.
May I stand? May I show you?
Stop. You can't really say much about it. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Deal with it. I know you want to say something wrong, so feel free to.
No, when she walks in, it's like she's sashaying through, like, as though she's floating. That's why I love the dress.
That's the idea.
Thank you very much, Idia. It's been great having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so it's been a wonderful show on The Breakfast Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you on tomorrow.